Good morning, folks. It's 10:41 a.m. on the 22nd day, first month, 2023. They have been continually chem bombing Chemstraya all night. I've done many broadcasts throughout the day till I fell asleep to show where the storms will go as they're being deployed. You imagine that concept. Storms being deployed. Because to make a storm, you have to have deployments, and therefore, to deploy a storm in a certain area to do a certain effect, it would be a very allowable term within the dimensions of the English language. As far as I'm concerned, as I'm looking over here in the corner, it didn't go too well for you guys, and it's not going very well right now. And very predictable places. The storms that popped up, I'm gonna have to let that roll another moment. So you can see Tassie and the whole lower end of it all down here where a lot of the action is going on now. I'll cut it off about there. Why can't they hide that? I can get a little more room. Hang on a minute. Show the legend. It doesn't show each and every one of you. All right, because you are the solution. You know that, right? Okay. Well, I'm in a mode. I've not been able to stop my sarcasm all day. I will guarantee you this is going to be an R-rated show. I guarantee you, as always, I say, do not let children listen to my broadcast. I don't want them to hear that they're being killed by people they put their trust in. Okay? Not the people they put their trust in care enough to fight it. Is all that needs to matter. Say, nah, this is stuff you don't need to hear. Because we're making a better world for you. And it's better right now that you just grow up and learn. Okay? I try to keep it that way. That's why I never allow kids in my talks. You'll make me stop talking. You want to make me candy-coated turd because you think your kid's adult enough. And I make a decision of my own rules of oneness and saying I think that's a bad idea that I'll never participate in. But if you think it's a good idea, that's cool, but not at my show. Yeah, if actually made me have to calm down my talk in Yukai couldn't be full me because of some of the people that showed up. Yeah, I don't like that. All right, yeah, excuse me, I'm having my drink. I'm looking out here, you're boiling out and bombing out, Tassie. So let's have a quick look at your chem bombs here. As they continually contaminate your days. Then I think chem bombs suck. And even the thought of stealing the sunshine from the world is immoral, unsound, and inconsiderate to the life out there in the world that's the only thing they survive off of. All right? If something survives off of CO2, you don't get rid of it just because you don't. You make sure that it gives you oxygen by breathing. That's some cleaning supplies to arrive today for the Jep. Oh, yeah. I find ways around things. I like his charitable attitude, the guy here. Bless the owner of the house in his mission in life. These are chem bombs. Look at the two distinct deployment methods. One's in a line. Go back. And there you go. Somebody says it shows the chems over Tassie. There you are, right in your face. It's not just a big round cloud blowing up over there. You see the number 2 turning your weather to shit. Yeah, the doubters over there. That Les is right. And don't give her a bunch of shit for trying to save your life. Otherwise, don't watch the show. We'll get on with it. You go ahead in your bubble world, and you'll soon learn that the stove is hot still. And it's sometimes the government and politicians might lie to you. A lawyer might lie to you. Imagine that. When did a lawyer suddenly get honest? Look at this bomb. I know there's a few. I would trust my life with. Look at that. Right in the middle of your country here. I'm looking here. This loopy. Somebody came big and dropped a bomb. Piled a bomb there. Need a chem bomb over there. Roger, Big Roth Airlines. Dropping cam. Boom. Boom. It's in your face. They're lying to your face. My sky is a disgrace. They're lying to your face. They're such a human waste. Quivering masses of fried intestinal waste are born every day and nurtured by other quivering masses of fried intestinal waste. Are you enjoying your green agenda? Soy boy green? Soylenting yourself? Giving up anything for Lent? Soylent? Soylent Green, but the world goes clean. Boy, are you guys idiots. Oh, we got to use the special water now. Oh, but now we're grinding the dead into water, spray on. Who knows where the hell they're heading with the let's lower the vibe of this beautiful planet and desecrate it. Let's just contaminate that which shouldn't be. Let's not nurture that nurtures us. We're idiots as Homo sapiens, but humane beings rule. Humans suck. Be humane. Be excellent. Add the E. And the E for Earth. Boy, is that excellent. Put that in front of yourself one day and the Earth will put everything in front of you. Well, you'll never have too much. Why? Unless you give it away. And it's endless. Like love. You give love away, love will come back. Love never lies bleeding. Love just flows, man. And chem bombs suck, and they're blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is looking at you in the mirror as the chem bombs go blowing in the wind. Yeah, go fuck a cup of wet dream, but that wasn't too bad. Look at this here. It's not a leaf, man. There's a big line of chem bombs go all the way out here in the ocean, man. That'd take an hour or so to fly. And boy, did they trap the bombs. Bomb, 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 bomb over here. And over there, over here, boom, boom, over there, boom, boom, fucking up the skies everywhere. 'Cause the fallout's coming, that we'll blame on something else. Because you're an idiot. Cow's been farting for fucking years, blaming that shit. Cow farts. What are you gonna have, a bean tax? No. They've been smelling too many farts. The Biden sniffer is set on stun. And you guys are so arguing over left and right wing of the bird that I think I'm just going to take a shot at the bird. How about you? You want to take a shot at the bird? Well, the birds are dying. The crows in Australia are being found dead in areas where they're not towers. I am crying inside. And they're coming by my house and telling me something's wrong. I've never seen so many crows come sit on the fence and squawk at me before. And they'll be out there again to thank me for talking about them. They have a sense around them crows' eyes. It's uncanny. The first time I did a video mentioned them, I went outside, there were feathers on my chair. Yeah, one of those. I love that. And they're in my very special pouch. They're oneness feathers. My favorite oneness feather I think I got right now is the cockatoo feather that presented itself right before some food that saved my life got sent to me. It's very special. Don't bury me with it. Give it to somebody else so it could still feel magical. Make them brush their ear with it once in a while so they could imagine what it's like when a cockatoo flew by and just graced your skin and give you a little kiss with a wing. Because they know that this chem is bad. They know that something's wrong with the taste of their food. When you got an ibis preferring to have a french fry over a mussel from the shore, man, something's wrong. We've made their food unpalatable. And then people get mad. Somebody got mad at me for feeding one to an ibis, chip. And I was like, well, I said that. You made their food unpalatable. I'll never forget the feeling of it taking it a little pop, 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 pop on my finger. I always thought it would be rough or something. It had a little bit of like sandpaperiness to it. It was very interesting. And I would never have known that if I didn't love animals. And I didn't try to nurture nature and understand we have made their world unpalatable, and it is up to us to... Alexa, turn off notifications, please.
Okay. Deleted your notifications.
Jesus Christ. Alexa, what is a chem bomb?
As a noun, campaign can have a few meanings.
Alexa, shut up.
1. Military operations.
Alexa, be quiet. Alexa, what is a chemtrail?
Chemtrail is a noun meaning a contrail consisting of chemicals or biological agents deliberately sprayed at high altitudes, according to certain conspiracy theories.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, do you believe in chemtrails?
The chemtrail conspiracy theory is based on the erroneous...
Alexa, stop. Alexa, what is a numbnut?
Nom is a noun meaning natural organic matter.
Oh, forget it. See, that's why I said Alexa's just a voice answer program. It's still trying to learn how we speak. It just said nom, like nom, 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 nom. Like this stuff is nom-nomming up your future and nom-nomming up your sky and nom-nomming up your oxygen and vomiting out a whole bunch of bullshit you got to breathe. As I look straight over here, there's nowhere I'm going in this area here across Australia that these clouds are not man-made. That the booming isn't pluming. And the continuation of the fuckery over Chemstraya with all the users of chem that I could find still going on. Still making the weather. Still booming. Still pluming. 10-minute jumps. We'll go back an hour. That's an hour. That's 6 jumps. Jump. Jump. The chem bomb will make you... That's it. I'm shutting you off. I've been enough. I'm tired of the noise. Unplug your ass. Goodbye. Break. Oh, don't hesitate to unplug them. Look at it. You got like a 6 over here and a square over there and a bomb, and a bomb again and a bomb. They're bombing your fucking asses, man. They're killing your fucking kids. They're killing everything, man. You got coughs that are so laden with toxins from marine cloud Brighton, which sprays sea and pond water in the air, and the chem bomb program with your lithium, your strontium, your bariums, and talked about titanium oxides and sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid causes acid rain. Acid rain defoliates crops, burns your tomatoes in your yard, and kills things. Certain levels of pH, even frogs start dying, and we need to start taking measurements of rainwater as it's in the air before it touches the ground, and then take some that's touched the ground. All the other people brought that up. It has to do this, to do that. Let's get all the samples we can. And we put them all together ourselves. A show with the litmus paper. What color is the pH? Is it alkaline or is it acidic? You need both to make a battery. So what's going on where? It will also help me determine storm dynamics, and maybe after later I'll get into that. As I may start doing some basic science seminars to teach the basics of the concepts of weather modification that are needed for so many different effects. Yes, the plasma people know about plasma, and they're 100% correct. Yes, the EMF people, they're doing that. Yes, sometimes they trigger the sun, and I'll go into some old experiments about lasers that they did back in the early 1990s, late 1980s about... with the sun, actually triggering things. So when I say that, I think they're chem bombing the sun. I wasn't kidding. All right, I know a lot of things that have been presented in front of me that I scientifically check out. But not every patent has been produced, because some mouse traps are very ridiculous. But there's many ways to catch the mouse. But I find it's best to feed the mouse, and the mouse don't bug you. And give him a name like Mr. Jingles had. Mr. Jingle was cool, man. Yeah, that was a great book. Hey, Stephen King was smart. He did it in 6 books. He had to wait a month to get the next one. Oh my God, I was chomping. Yeah, it was great. And the Green Mile. Yeah, the Green Mile was done as a serial book. Do you know that? Yeah, you had to wait a month to get the next one. Oh God, that was horrible. We was all debating and talking about it in between. It was the best TV show I ever read. Yeah, we was reading that TV show. Stephen King, he's quite a dark man. I imagine he knows quite about the magician-y stuff. Hint, fucking hint. So does J.K. Rowling. Hint, fucking hint. There's a lot of occult stuff out there in our face. And boy, is some of that stuff accurate. And I'm being accurate about these chem bombs. There's no fucking clouds supposed to look like that. And those type stuff, with the right conditions, could become tornadic. And you had some very tornadic activity last night to occur here that I'm very well aware of. I haven't seen the films yet. So I guess without further ado, I should take you over I haven't rolled all this yet because I ain't gotten up to do looking for nothings. So let's have a nice look at this. Yes, the earrings have been located once light came in the room. But I do have a bit of a panic because there's a few items that have been missing in my room. So I will begin using Alexa as my watch my room cam that I can watch when I'm away. I want to see something. Hey, we got to do what we got to do, right? It's hard enough to live in life. If somebody want to take what you got because you bought it so that you could sell it and live, that's fucked up. Because I could have took the profit from what I had and had the beers I seen in the kitchen. I don't do that. I don't like to drink alone, and in all fairness, drinking bothers my day. Gives me headaches, make you feel bad the next day. And coffee doesn't. Good water doesn't. Fruit juice I gotta watch because of the sugar. I have to move that. I had a Equivac coil in front of me. I was feeling it. So it looks like on through Wednesday, man, you've had quite some action around that corner, and as we head in toward the 26th, you're going to start to see the cyclonic system. I don't see any way it'll become a full-strength tropical cyclone. All the dynamics say it'll be a good-sized strength tropical storm, and that's what I'm going to call it. I wonder what the next name is going to be. What name is given to the next tropical storm? These are all decided in advance. It ain't like at the last minute you're going to get like Agamemnon. So what are we up to here? What was the last one's name? But there's the list. Yeah, this all decided. And when they run out, they sometimes start adding numbers. They actually ran near 5 years worth out 1 year. I never forget that. You get a lot of names. So here's who you could expect this year. You got Alex and Bonnie and Colin and Danielle. Hey Danielle, I hope yours roars ashore over there with happy bubbles somewhere that needs water. Wouldn't that be funny if Danielle came ashore in Gladstone and Fiona's came ashore? No, really, I better stop. I'm not going to do that. It'll happen. Hey, Richard, here's a storm for Liverpool. Maybe it'll get MS Bank. And it'll be cleaning mud again. After they fucked me over, man. They had a tidal wave come up the Mersey, man. And it well fucking wet that place down. I was laughing. It happened at another place that fucked me over. My paid. A wave came up to Humber. And it flooded this business out. It closed them. And they owe me for a week's pay. Yeah, don't fuck with the Deutsch, man. Yeah, I get mad. Yeah, I had that coming, man. I said, the wave's going to come up this river and wipe all your stuff. And the chef that laughed about not paying me, he lost all his stuff. And I called him on the phone. I said, how'd you like that wave? Should have paid me. If I'd had known about Riddick, I would have said should have paid the money to him. But now I'm a bit there. Oh, Hermione. That ought to be an interesting one. It's a magical name. Julia, you get one. Martin gets one. Curl. Good. My name's been left out of it. Walter? And Tammy. Tammy, you gotta wait till... If they have enough storms, they could go around the corner with the names. We ought to be able to bid on it. Hurricane Bob, man, it camped out off the coast of North Carolina for 2 weeks. It flooded out down east so bad that the next storm that came was Hurricane Fran, Category 5. And the rain on that went on it. And it destroyed old black communities had to be relocated near the Great Dismal Swamp. Yeah.
They're fracking it now.
So I realized Hurricane Fran was a geostorm, and it destroyed nearly 90% of the old oak trees in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, when I lived. When the guy came over the house, I'm not sure what the next name's going to be. When it came over my house, it spawned tornadoes, and all the trees around me fell. No, really, big old pines. And there wasn't a single one standing. And they went all around my house. I was up all night. I had chainsaw kit on, sitting on the couch. Convincing my wife and my son. Everything's fine. Just it's all good. I'm okay out here. It's just a wind. I knew what was going on. I heard tornadoes. Convinced him, it's just a roof tile or some shingles, something else. But it had the train noise. I got up the next morning. My town was destroyed. I'll never forget it. Yeah, I was 3 weeks without power. Red Cross handing out donuts and coffee at the end of my road, man. I knew I was in trouble. And so here you come. So I know what it's like to go through some major disasters. Very personally, I've lost my stuff a lot. You know what it is? It's stuff. The only thing you take with you here is the memories in your light and your soul when you go. So don't worry about the rest. It sorts itself in time. Your event's fairly imminent now, right? I gave you the 6th day. Here's your 5s. She's here. Here's your 10s. She's come through. Almost done. Second tendril right behind it, slacking. And if they do a move like that, they'll often do a wiper move. Sling that down in or sling this up, and then it'll be Catherine's turn again. The flow to the tropics is still, like I said, the high pressure block is long in place. Long in place. It has to. There's nowhere else for it to go. And that bubble is extremely interesting. When you see it get close like this, to do a pull when it's on this side of Bass Strait, you always kick a spinner. Every fucking time. There's no other way for it to go. Because this flow is going this direction. This hits it. It starts spinning. It's like a bowling ball hitting that belt thing. It just starts turning. And when it's turning that direction, what is it? It's a cyclone. It's spinning toward that. Now, how fast and strong it spins and how cold it is in the center will determine the low. And there's plenty of high pressure over here to feed it. And it'll feed this direction hard. And this will give just enough of a tug to give it a slow ride. And there's a half a chance if that high connects, she'll go up coast. And you haven't had a moving north cyclone in a very long time. I know. I don't remember. The last big major one I tracked was going on at, was it 2016? When you had 5 of them. You had one here, one here, one here, one here, and they formed Winston right next to it. And you guys had, they wanted you to ratify the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and you said no. And then they started weather warfare, and you say, hey, Kerry was over there. Look what we can do. He left the country, and they did it. I watched them do it to New Zealand when they said no to a nuclear sub coming in to visit. They smacked you guys, and you let it in. Yeah, weather warfare is an incentive. I'll destroy your plans, and then we'll use the IMF to make you have another loan. Or you don't take that loan, we'll fuck your currency. Watch this space. I'm watching things. Of course I'm watching. If I'm not watching, how the hell y'all gonna know some shit I think sometime as the weather goes? I don't think there's anybody that can do the forecast like I do. Anybody come on here swear and say this is fucked up, it's wrong, you're bombing the goddamn shit out of your kids are dying, your pool's dying, your dog's breathing a bunch of shit with its nose in the morning, getting all sores and cancers all over the world. All over the world. I've never seen such eczema on the children of feet, the feet of children, as I saw in New Zealand itself. On the South Island specifically. I think it's got something to do with the 1080 and the muds and the active lifestyle. Something is different there. Or was it a different vax batch? I do not know. I see it in Australia, surprisingly on the arms and back, mostly. It's like a specific target. So I know there's terrible things going on. If you don't like hearing it, I didn't either. I don't like having to tell you that. But if you don't like it, I don't either. But if you're going to be an asshole about it, you go fuck right on off. Don't believe me and buy your scratching powders and shit, or you can start learning how to take care of your terrain and we get rid of some shit. I know a lot of shit now I never knew when I was in Australia. And I'm going to know stuff tomorrow I don't know right now. I hope I do. Because that's how we have to be. We have to share. Like, I'm going to teach you how I use my tensor. So if they drop me tomorrow, at least I know it's been said. Right? Yeah, and I might do some tensor healings on people, but if it takes an hour of my time, I need reward for it. Kohai. All right. Or go help somebody else in my name. You know, do something. Right? Something for something. This whole take from the earth and not give back shit is over. And we heal what we can. So yeah, I will help you, that person. They actually need a tool, so I might see if I can help do that. So anyways, as I'm zooming along here, that's at the end of the 10. You're still fucked. You still got the same setup from the tropics. You got actually, at this moment here, they've done a diversion. So all that's going to go, it'll back that way, that way. That tendril will fuck that way, and you'll get the around up here. So that's to swallow the sweet streams, and this is to kill the dreams. To kill the dreams will come down, and to do that, you'll get another beam through here. I don't know if they've done anything like that now, because you're way over here in the plan. The EMF I need for this one, it's already been cut and it's in place. You'll have a beam shooting up coast here. You'll definitely have several here, and they're going to be hitting the hell out of that. You'll be watching a lot of action on that. So let's see if I'm right. Mimic time, mimic time. Mimic time. Fuck those rhymes. Busta Rhymes, see you later. So she was saying Busta Rhyme, see you later. Busta Rhymes didn't like that, man. It made it sound like she done dissed his ass. I always thought about that when that song came out. 180, 180. We'll stick you guys over here for a minute. I need to see Africa. Yeah, I have to watch Africa and South America to get your weather right. I can almost go 30 days, you know. Who wants to do a bet? Not one of you big forecast cunts out there think you know it all. Come on. I know I don't know it all. I'll put my money where my mouth is. Yeah, I picked up a 20 for it not raining in London over Christmas. Told you to bet on it. Numbnuts. I never get that one wrong. There's never been a time I got that wrong. It's the one time of the year you get a quick pick from me. If they let me bet on the weather every day, I'd be a billionaire. They'd stop that bet. There would people watch me on TV in the morning to see. Then people would try to bribe me not to say it, so the odds would be there. You hear where that goes? See, I'd just rather never do it. You know what you could bet on it? You could bet I'm going to tell you how it is. Whether you like it or not. I'll call a cunt a cunt. You can't come to cunt by being a cunt. I'll be the biggest one you ever fucking met. When I feel someone's been one to me. I might be having my period, man. My myriad. Man period shit. No, I'm not going to put no ketchup pick up my ass and shit. That's a good waste to get it. That shit's toxic. We'll make some out of coconut oil and red pomegranate dust or something, so we can have that slow dribble. You know, these sick ass bastards that want to have the female experience so bad should probably live the life as a man and hope they come back as one, as I totally recommend. We need more masculine divine. All they're doing is putting a feminine out there, and they can't handle our energy when we show up. I'll tell you that. My masculine energy is very hurt, but I need divine. It's the only thing that holds me in check, keeps the balance. I can get too much on the one side. When I come back from my missions, I'm intolerable. I need somebody sometimes to remind me of the mercy, and that's where the mother comes in. And I think the female divine connects with the mother better. But the motherfuckers ain't gonna connect with me very much. Not very well. Told you I'm in a mood today, Stump. I was in Hawaii. We got a beam going through South Africa here. Right? That's gonna cut this tendril, set her around a corner. If they beam here, that never goes up there. She comes straight over. Now, an up and around move here will join these two. They'll do a wiper move here. They've already started. And that's gonna bring that tendril here. Right. India. India's a big part of this. I have to see what they do here. Right, they're sweeping across into this tendril here. It's going to rain in Yemen along here and fill the coffers. Boy, are you guys going to get it here. Is that what? Is that Ethiopia here? Oh, I can't remember. Well, right there. I won't cop it. Madagascar's been continually capping some of the most terrible rains I've seen in a long time. And they're just stalling it there. Which means they're getting it here. South Africa... Year. I can't remember every country name. I'm tired. I'm tired of doing the weather every day, boss. Can I just be Mr. Jingles for a while? And then somebody's going to step on me. It's over. And you'll go beat that guy's ass. It's going to be great. All right. Hawaii's blasting here. Pushing the river south. So you just did a cut. You'll see a little V. That's important for your weather. Hawaii's a handoff. What they do affects how it comes through here. Right, I know what I need there. I'm going to change domains now. We'll put you back on the center. Dun, 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 dun. We go like, damn, Rob. I'll be all over the world, man. I'm all over the world. Am I still running? Forrest is running. Booming and a pluming, man. Right, where was I? Mimic. Mimic. Look how much water is here versus here. Right. It takes EMF to stop it. Stop that river. You hit it here. Hit a beam here, it stops there. And I'm waiting for one to come here. The one that comes here is going to shove over there. But right now it can't happen. It won't. It would fuck their plan. If anybody could heat the atmosphere right here, this storm dies. I just told you what to do, somebody. Somebody who's got a device. You hit it here. Right here where I'm pointing. That storm will die. There's no way it can continue. If you put a block here at an angle, like that, it'll stop the river again and reform it. I'm telling you, you could push this back here. There should be two distinct tendrils, all moisture flowing across here. Slightly different vortices along the causal layer, or where you'll see these curls. It's completely missing here because it's here. It was forced. See it force over? Boom, 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 boom. There's a beam doing this. I have to know these things. Now they've sent the first one through. While this is behind it, and you'll see the storm's vortex reform as the moisture comes through here. Watch. Bzzzt. Stop the flow. It has to turn. You bunch the crowd up into the wall when one guy surges towards the stage. The only outlet for the push is to the side. And sometimes that's your only safety in a concert front row. So here's where concert front row crowd motion comes into play. Yeah. I love a circle pit. But I also can see the dynamics and know when to get the fuck out of them. When you get an idiot flailing arms, it seems like everybody knows all at once and punches him in the face. The dude gets knocked out. Then you drag him out. Yeah. There's always an idiot walking Frankenstein in his arms. And they don't make it very much. Well, some people want to go with that. And they'll go do that. And we'll all watch it until one of them knocks each other out. That shit's fun to watch. I've been in so many Ozfests, man. I get great memories. And the memory remains. Ash to ash. Bomb to bomb, plume your ass. The memory of deep blue skies must always remain. Bam, 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 bam. Cam, bam, bam, bam. Cam, bam, 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 bam. Cam, bam, bam. Is that bad enough? That's like English karaoke. Cam, bam, 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 bam. These are chem bombs, chem ba ba bum 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 bum. Straight line of chem bombs. It's not all just EMF, Dave. Admit it. There's chem bombs involved. Come on, I want to hear it. I'm tired of a dude trashing my work because he won't admit two people are correct. Okay. Since you won't admit both are wrong, you're actually wrong. Because you won't admit this is going on. And even on this low deck that you say was all microwave popcorn cloud, I'm telling you, they put a medium in that's EMF. And I'm now going to debunk Dave. Dave, this is a chem bomb. Look at the formation with the plume. Yes, there's a microwave plasma mix, evidenced here. However, it takes a medium, aluminum, barium, strontium, and some other metals from the periodic table known as chemicals to make these trails, to propagate your waveforms, to control the weather. And the day you showed up and knocked over Dave's camera and to disrupt the talk of mine is the day I realized you're a gatekeeper and you're not telling everybody the truth. So I am. This is the chemical deployments in the microwaves. And if you watch some of the microwave popcorns from the ground, you'll start to pick out these flower of death formations. You'll watch them form. I've spent a lot of time doing this lately. If I sat next to you, I'd show it straight off. You'll never not see the shape, the actual plan of deployments of the fireworks in the microwave popcorn. Yeah, they're very advanced with their deployments. And somebody is so pig-headed, they won't admit it. So, Dave, go fuck yourself. Make sure you're to fuck off my wall and never use my work again. You do not have my permission or copyright. If I ever see it on a wall or any again that you steal a forecast of mine or any of my work, I'm going to have it removed from the internet because you have trashed me behind my back for the last time. Now, Dave, in all lovingness that I do with these words, go fuck your gatekeeping ass. The way you did to David Peace One Love was rude. Go fuck yourself. You're wrong. Because you won't admit these are chem bombs, you are wrong. You are wrong. And I will admit there's plasma out there. I have to. I have to know this stuff. You see the Kanban deployment here? That's just not a microwave burst there, Davy, sucking up the gravy. Yeah, I knew your gravy is a bunch of fucking verbal diarrhea as far as I'm concerned. You have to excuse me. I told you, R-rated show. I'm tired of people trashing shit they don't know because this is harmful. Or telling you this is healthy stuff being deployed. That's the fucking witch's broom. You will have storms along this line. Very localized. Here will be a cell. That'll end up being a cell. As they sock the moisture down. Like that big move I show all the time being done very small. Yep, and that's gonna give you some problems. So let's look at the weather plan for that. Yeah, I'm in the mood. I'm tired of being taken for a ride and stolen from on so many fucking levels. You want to steal my research, at least get it right. I'll give a motherfucker credit sometime. Jesus Christ. I don't ask for it, but it's nice. Shows respect. Always make sure that Paula Fenn's name is well known about that design of that boom 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 shirt. Fucking great work she does. And if anybody needs fucking designs, they want to pay some good money to somebody to do it, you ask her. Cause she knows what the fuck she's doing. I have to say that. And I very love that shirt. Now, I ain't done nothing with a t-shirt. Nobody even want to buy one of my used shirts. So fuck making t-shirts. How about I want to go make love, man? When you want to make love, isn't that more fun to make? Oh, we should damn sure make love and not chem bombs. That's for damn sure. Make love, man. Not make harm. Make love. Detoxify. Set on deep blue skies with orange sunshine. And I'm talking the acid. Yeah. Where the things spring forth from under Alice. And the tunnels no longer are questioned. Where the sniffing of hair is only done by lovers in the dark. And not on the stage. Causing despair. By a U.S. fucking president. Isn't that disgusting? I mean, you smell your hair. Imagine standing on a bus, somebody behind you smells your hair. That's just fucking rude. That's disgusting. I mean, it might be here, but it fucking all. Oh, you might sit back and say, your hair smells really nice. What kind of shampoo is it? But don't go sniffing on people. That's gross, man. What are you, a dog? Hey, or you're chitty bang banging something. Smelling children. I'm telling you, this pedophile shit has got to stop. These perverted bastards. Milking your children. My God. Look at the planned flood for this area. We'll have a rectangle of it here and a rectangle there, and just a great big curvy swath of absolute devastating destruction. Swelling streams and killing dreams, man. The chemtinuation of the chembamination of chemstray has got to stop. We need to have a nice day. Deep blue skies and non-toxic ice cream. Bombs. Here as I go over here, holy mother of pearl. Would you look at the gulp? I present to you the Darwin Award for going away. The Darwin Award for mutagenesis. Ladies and gentlemen, the witch's broom and the Darwins. This is a Darwin Award, man. When you do something so doopy, man, you're trying to die. Hey, hold my beer kind of thing. Well, nobody need to hold no beer on this. This is over. This is the end. It will stop. We win. This will not go on. I will not accept this paradigm in my existence. And remain silent in the face of it killing all this life out in the ocean that can't get any sunlight and photosynthesize. Little plankton coughing. His last breath. Bubbles not so happy from the starfish or the manta ray out here skimming up your plastic that you just couldn't get rid of properly, so you trust somebody who just dumped it out there. Cut open one of your old coats for China. You'll find some of your recycling in there as insulation. That shocked me too. On a trespass coat, TP50. Yeah, I did. I could cut the next one open in front of you. That shocked me. We're making us pay for our recycling to go away. They're selling it back to us. And they're giving the rest out here. We're eating in the seafood that they sell to us from the factory ship. You think they're checking that can for all that crap? No, they're not. You believe what's on a label and then independently test something later on. It turned out it had a human DNA in it. Was it hamburger meat or something that went on some of the grocery stores around here, except for one, which, hey, imagine, yeah, I made sure that test happened. And that's disturbing. Right? Very disturbing. Its effect. It's the shits guys with the big S over it. This isn't Superman. This is for the Superman. Stupid is as stupid doesn't do. And stupid stops eventually. And this has got to stop. The GS, the grand shit of the grand plumba, must stop continually. Demonstrating its chemtoxification of my world. With chemicals off the periodic table that have to be processed ores. You don't even find it on the ground. You don't even go out here. It's a rock. What is it? It's aluminum. No, you have to. So that's had alumina in it. Let's take it to the processing plant and go through various processes to make it and release it as a pure ore. If you pick up aluminum in your soil, that's a process thing. That's man-made by corporation, not you. Not a cow's fart. No, the farts are coming out of the mouths of the politicians. We're trying to get sales of something like the monorail guy did in The Simpsons. Don't be Simpson, man. You're not simples. You're not a simpleton. And you ain't an Oompa Loompa working for free about a vicious kid that you'll never see because you're scared of it. And all you guys have been hornswaggled to think there's a vicious kid going fucking with Loompa Land. And all I see is Cupa Loompa doopity dooped all the time and a bunch of blues pill doop juice being spewed out of people's mouths in the forms of lies, unchecked facts. And people, I know we want to be able to prove things, but come on now. Keep your head down to earth. And the fact is a provable thing. Not a happening, not a, I think. Especially if you said to me more than 5 times in my lifetime there was going to be a financial crash, I'll tell you, go fuck yourself with your lies. Because I thought that shit since 2010. Right? And how many years? Hurry. But eventually will? Yeah, well, okay. Well, eventually I'm going to be under the clay. So should I live until that happens? And deal with a financial system I have no control over? Do you think you control the exchange rate? You think you control whether the geoengineer is going to put hailstones through your garden? You could control whether it damages them, though, by having the proper things to cover them with, which I told you last year you were going to need. Because the hail was going to be bad this year. I told you so. I fucking told you so. I warned you. You don't listen? Fine. Stick some oars out your car window and fucking go home. Or go on down here, give up your vehicles. Or go over here one day and while in front of a microwave. You know, a blockade is where all lanes are closed. Both sides. You don't give a chance for them to go down the other side with their military equipment and microwaves like you did. I wonder how many cancers were doled out that day very specifically to the activists in that lane. I imagine they didn't aim it at Pauline Hanson and Max Gain when they told everybody to go home after an hour. But you bought all the petrol for the corporation to do all these things and all these rumors. Oh, you better buy your petrol now. This inside source says, I got that fucking thing over 6 months ago that was sent to me. And you guys are still spreading it around like it's today. Whoever's sending that is a liar, a wind-up artist, and works for the state, or might be a bot controlled by a oil corporation to make sure, we need to sell some more petrol. You better go on out today. It's not going to be there. You feed the corporation that feeds off of you, and you'll wonder why you got bite marks. I've had enough. I've showed you basically what's going to go on. Now I'd like to have a quick look at current conditions, thunderstorm, beaminations, and where the fuckery's contributing the most. I've had a couple bad spots that the radars get turned off. So I'm just going to run this for a moment. I've already had it on. It shouldn't take too long. This is the 6 hour. Now that's partially on. That's actually on harder than it's appearing. A lot of lightning breaking out here from all that chem that I showed you in this area. That kind of made me kick the fuck off a little bit. And yeah, it's going to be an R-rated show. If you don't like it, just get the fuck off my wall, man. You're killing my world. And quit bitching at me for my language. You don't owe me. You don't even hold the door open for me when I got bags in my hand. I give a fuck because you guys are dying and you're being killed and they're using this radar here. Look at this. Look at the beam. Bzz, bzz. That's you. It's frying you right now. That's the 1 hour feed. It wasn't in. Now you see it. And they do that regularly enough, you create a pulsation wave that goes out sonically. A lot of lightning kicking off here, so I'm going to have to look at this one. Come on. Start up. Loading up. Shut up. Shutting up. When the government starts to speak. Shut up. Bip. Bip. Right. That is a bad cell. That is absolutely going to raise hell. If it goes out to sea, you're going to get a water spout. This will become tornadic, so expect hail, micro downbursts that are very strong of wind that can knock things over. If you hear the sound like a train, that's a tornado. If it's dark, you hear that noise, just react. If you don't have train tracks that is regularly coming by you and you're hearing a train, that's a tornado. They could be in the sky, not quite touched down, not quite on the ground, but they can connect fairly any time as soon as the electric step lead's right or the current on the ground's correct. Yeah, that's a bad one there. Watch yourself. I think this all has the same conditions as it heads there. What the fuck is that? That's the sock. Just give me a minute. What in the hell is that? Jelly donut. Well, we're paying for it. They're eating it. It's time to find new ways to motivate Private Pile. Because look at the piles of shit in this sky. Right, that rain goes that direction. That's going to become tornadic. Watch this one. Spoon behind it. It's going to turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Curve on the low deck. Curve in this way. Shape charge. Pushes that way and that way. Yeah, this is going to get bad. Just give me a minute. I've got to look at these cells now. Fuck, this is going to get bad tonight. If they spin that as a block, that direction, that would be high. Heat that, turns that, bumps all that. That'll nudge, 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 and it'll bring three waves of storms across this coast here. It should be raining on the back end on this one. That's a bad tendril in the front. That's a weird electrical flow you got going. It's very dangerous. Scalar square of bombs. These are bombs. That's not just a scalar square of energy done by radar there, Dave. Since you want to be Mr. Science, let me give you a lesson. It's time to sit down and pay attention to the lecture. These bombs have made a square edge. See them coming out? And the actual percussion wave and pressure change, shock wave, is moving the cloud in a line. See it coming across? It's not just a microwave. And if you think it is, you're arrogant, Dave. Mr. Tried to destroy Dave Peace One's Love's camera because he wanted to document one of my talks and we could have shown you guys. But because of him, you never got to see any of my recorded talks in Australia. Yeah, Dave, it's your fault. That's why nobody ever seen my talks. I only trusted 2 people to film me, Dave Peace One Love and a Chinta. A Chinta lost the films in the flood I predicted of the first Lismore one way back. Where Sue Fennell's house floated away. I saved a bunch of lives in that community because I got their backs. And that storm blew up in only had about 4 hours warning. No, I saw it happening real quick, the bombs. And so I issued a quick warning to people. I put a video out and everything. That account's gone. See, this is just chem bombs. The whole freaking time, man. What a fucking shame. I'm so tired of seeing this every day. Somebody's got to show you. You can't tell me they ain't making storms. You can't tell me Hall Creek ain't accurate. I'm almost going to screenshot that. They're about to fuck Fitzroy again. Lord. Hang on a minute. Swallow the streams. Kill the dreams. If you wished any of that weakened bridge out now, you know where the new one's going to go. Where are they going to put the new bridge? Where was it proposed? Can anybody tell me? Site for new Fitzroy Crossing Bridge proposed. We're assessing all the bridges. Temporary bridge to relink. Well, it needs to be known. So, planned bridge construction since September of 2000 for the Kimberley region. We need to know which ones those were. Oh, that road's gone. You know, the imagery I've seen has been terrible. These people saved so many lives. They really did. But lack of warning took a lot of lives. The devastation that occurred in this event is geoengineering. Cut and dry. And if people weren't prepared for it, there'd be some hungrinesses going on, or they would try to risk going out. And this road here, that was that wide, ain't quite that wide there no more. It is dipped in there. That piece of the road's gone. And if you don't know how to read these curls, you're going to be in a world of hurt, man. When you go off a ledge like this with your family, or you're sitting here and you're screaming in the car, and you the protector, numbnutted them by having enough ego. So I'll make it there. No, you don't do that. You don't put those memories in the children's ears of the thought of you floating down that stream. You may live and you may die, but mama's screams will never leave the child's heart. So we have to make sure these don't happen. Well, it's nice to see there's some fears about dwindling essentials. No, Australia got people's backs quick, man. People reacted because we love each other in this world. We need to show it more. Oh, that must be Nimbin getting resupplied. I couldn't receive it. That looked like the Mardi Gras joint, man. Yeah, some things are just iconic. Sorry. Gimme, bomb. But these things can do those flares. So while we bring you some supplies, what did you do along the way? You full practice this move. Yes, they can put hoses out the back with stuff in here. Yes, stuff can be pushed on board for deployments of making smoke, smoke screens and all sorts to affect things, because these are war machines. And so war machine methods are used in geoengineering. And dropping a firecracker has been happening a long time. Serious. Whole big handful of lift firecrackers off a place where it's not going to do no harm, that they fall down and blow up in the air. You'll see what I'm talking about. Film it. Slow motion that shit. You'll see chem bombs. A packet of salutes. Light them up, throw them out. Watch slow motion firecrackers. Salutes going off even. Slow motion. They'll look like chem bombs. Oh, God. This is what the Paris Accords is going to do, man. This is what chem bombs do. Do you see the one hiding under here yet? This picture really summarizes my resolve to fight and why. Who gives them the weather warning? Who tells them the air is toxic? Who do you tell about them when they're never here to describe them? I'm sorry, the final destination never should be a zoo. We fix where they live. We don't bring them where we want to look and gawk at them. We go do this, and they will do for us. And if we keep doing what we're doing now, I think I'm watching the biggest waste of a species' potential I could possibly imagine. And I'm seeing the biggest greed, biggest land grab, biggest destruction and causing a woe and lowering a vibration on a planet than I can ever imagine would have been done in a year. As the 7 horsemen are out there, and you only think of 4. Remember, the enemy is very small coming through the door. The AI horseman is out there, plugged into your wall. He's in your phone, controlling where the deployments go for the profit of the BlackRock computer. It has the ability to generate characters that are as real as you and I to perceive digitally. It's a whole new ball game, folks. Barnum's got new clowns. New 3-ring circus in the sky. Looks like number 2. Look in the mirror, man. The solution is you. Go salute yourself. Big love. Peace.